This is the latest crime scene as investigations do continue this morning after the deadly shooting of two Israeli embassy staffers last night at the nation's capital. The victims were leaving an event held by the American Jewish Committee. We do have the latest photos of those victims. Metropolitan Police Department officials identifying the suspect as 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez of Chicago. Gary Bumgarden joining us now to report on the latest.
Tolerate anti-Semitism.
Law enforcement in Washington, D.C. say two staff members of the Israeli embassy are dead after being shot while leaving an event Wednesday night at the Capitol Jewish Museum.
The suspect was observed pacing back and forth outside of the museum. He approached a group of 4 people, produced a handgun, and opened fire.
We heard between 10 to 15 gunshots, roughly.
Tragically, the male and female victims were a couple preparing to be engaged.
The young man purchased a ring this week with the intention of proposing to his girlfriend.
After the attack, witnesses in the museum saw a man run in before tensions flared.
The security guard happened to let this guy in. I guess they were thinking that he was a victim. He was in shock. And, some of the people at the event brought him water.
Yeah, I handed him water. I've never interacted with a murderer before.
He's like, somebody call the cops, bring the cops in. When the cops actually came in, he said, I did this. He said, sir, I'm unarmed. He put his hands up. He grabbed a red keffiyeh out of his pocket and started the Free Palestine chants.
Once in handcuffs, police say the suspect told them where he stashed the gun, and they were able to recover it.
There is no active threat in our community.
In a post to Truth Social, President Donald Trump wrote in part, quote, hatred and radicalism have no place in the USA.
On May 21st, a tragic shooting in Washington, D.C. took the lives of two young Israeli embassy staffers, Sarah Milgrim and Yaron Lischinsky. But this wasn't just a political tragedy. It was deeply personal. Sarah and Yaron were not only colleagues, they were a couple. They had just started planning their engagement. In fact, Yaron had bought a ring and was preparing to propose in Jerusalem the following week. The couple was attending a young diplomat's reception near the Capitol Jewish Museum when they were gunned down. The event was meant to build bridges instead. It ended in heartbreak. The suspect, 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez from Chicago, was arrested at the scene. Witnesses say he shouted, "Free Palestine," as he was taken into custody. Authorities are still investigating his motives, but reports link him to far-left groups and prior anti-Israel protests. World leaders quickly responded. Israeli Prime